if this music doesn't give you hype for the near end of the game, I don't know what will. Hello guys, what is up? I am the Epinephrine 121, and welcome to episode number 19, I believe, of Bomberman Genesis, the legendary Bomberman for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. Last time, we finally made our way to the Sun Temple with a little help of a certain blue flower. In this episode, well, what else but to storm this place, and hopefully stop the Hikigeki clan from stealing the gem that's inside. If you guys are hyped for more Bomberman Genesis here on the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for content if you're new, and ring that bell to notify anything on the channel. Last episode on the card, top right. Anyways, this place is not one, not two, but 3 floors involved. Oh dear. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem, hopefully. Let alone as I have as a Speed Racer has returned once again.
That I have, and we are getting to the nitty-gritty this time.
Yep, especially robots that as soon as they see us.
I'll try to swing you.
Yeah.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Nah, it only did 1 heart. Nice thing about throwing bombs is that you can
actually have a good sound effect.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're from Generation. You might be able to know what sound effect to use.
Oh,
when you roll them up.
Anyways, look at this thing. What do you think this is?
It looks like a monolith.
It's actually the computer. And for some reason, even in ancient times, they even use floppy disk.
You think it?
Bomberman logic, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I lied. There are 4 floors, actually. Look at this. Look at this layout. But this layout is not what it seems. This layout, I would say, is the only time that the game's map layout changes. And how? You'll see in a moment. For now, let me take care of these guys and talk about these new mechanics, these switches. Remember how back in Forest Town, we were made mention that the Sun Temple held traps. Those were the traps we were talking about.
Yeah, and I mentioned every pyramid has these.
Yep. Right here we're introduced to a new mechanic, which technically is not new if you continue to explore, if you did continue to explore, Planet Ancient Barbary. These leaves. Meanwhile, new enemies as well that only respond to us as soon as we are close to them. Not when there are true panels, we're literally 1 panel next to them. Those enemies literally just come up when as soon as they, you're near them and they give you a shock. That's as simple as it is. Right here, these leaves only move when we place a wind bomb right next to them.
This is kind of what I was talking about. The wind bomb will blow leaves as well.
Yep. And here's your mechanic right there. Uh-oh.
May have to take the hit.
You were saying?
Oh, never mind.
Yo, no, this setup is very awkward. Oh, dog it. Dude, just die. There we go.
He did not want to be destroyed.
Yeah, because as soon as you see a bomb right next to them, they'll actually go back to their dormant state. So you need to plan your bombs wisely here. Now,
yeah.
I'm not too sure if you saw, but in that room in particular that led to the map room, it held a door that was blocked off. You can see on the map that the left side there's nothing there. We're going to this room, and you see that the bottom way is also blocked off. But if you look at the map, it's also not showing any map square. I want you to note that for later. Meanwhile,
somehow or another, the traps are also included too.
Swing, 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 dead.
Not the big supplies.
Here's the thing though, in their swinging state, they cannot stop. So you can actually trap them by doing that. Right here, new mechanic, these guys. Some of them will shoot more than 1 pellet. Fun!
Like BMOs.
Yeah, BMOs indeed. Right here, I like to do this.
That is very good.
Now, right there, you see there's a new, some sort of new mechanic, some sort of switch. That is activated when you place a bomb, when a bomb explodes near it. Although, its mechanics is strange, to say the least. I'll explain it once I clear out this room. And once again, you may notice that this room has another blocked-off door with no map square shown on the map. Pretty suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, doggone it.
Smart robots.
You were saying?
Triple kill.
The fact they're slow. And you can see right there, even if I clear the enemies, this door doesn't open. So you may be thinking to yourself, how in the world am I supposed to open this door? Well, there are no switches. There are no like crumbly doors, or walkways, I should say. Instead, that switch is actually what we're supposed to hit. Because watch this. Something happened, alright. You know what happened, Speed Racer?
Seems like the rooms may have moved.
You're actually correct. Notice something different?
The door's open.
Let's go through it, shall we? Hello, a treasure chest. We got more firepower, baby!
You're now at maximum power.
Well, not really, actually. Because if I switch to any of the characters that are not either Dora or Chijiro, you can see that our power is going up to 4. Remember that our base power was at 3 at first.
Yeah?
But because we've been equipping these two so much, it doesn't show it at all. So I kind of find it funny. Now here in this room, I'd like to point out something. Firstly, you might have noticed that the map square has finally filled in. And in this room, there are not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different walkways. But the map doesn't say so. So how in the world are you supposed to open these doors? Well, the answer is, you don't. I'm gonna hit this switch one more time. If I can hit it, that is. And I'm gonna go back to my map. Notice that the room has switched from the one to the top of the right side to the one below.
So it rotates to the bottom, I see.
And if we were to go down there, you can see that the door is now open to us, and it leads back to the exact same room. The only problem is, from this side, you actually can't really enter, because these blocks are actually just troll blocks. They make it look as though you can enter, but you actually can't.
That's a weird room, if you ask me.
Well, it's about to get even weirder. I'm sure you may be wondering how. Well, watch this. I'm gonna hit the switch one more time. And reveal the map. Look at the room where the room is moved.
It's now on the left side.
Yep. So basically, that switch controls one particular room on this floor only. And that room is rotated depending on how many times you hit that rotation switch.
Very cool.
I remember as a kid not realizing that. But then again, this is probably one of the more harder mechanics to understand in this game. So if you don't get this first try, don't be hard yourself. It's probably one of the harder ways to get the power-ups in this game, or the treasures, I should say. And as proof, here's the proof right there. Proof is in the pudding. Now that door is open. And we can enter from here. But of course, you can't get the treasure still. One thing to note is that that switch resets once we exit the dungeon. So if I were to exit the dungeon, try and collect something else, the room will rotate back to the original position of the room, basically, if that makes sense.
Which is essentially at the top.
Yes. Now, because the location of the room is affixed to one part, it is possible to go through the entire dungeon and collecting all of the goodies without even hitting that switch, which is kind of interesting. Now, onto the first of two very bad blunders I made as a kid. In this next room, made me get stumped for almost 2 years, but I really shouldn't have been stumped. This probably is the bigger of the two blunders, and Speed Racer, I think you will probably facepalm once I tell you this.
I'll brace for it.
Here, this room. I saw that switch, hit it, and thought, oh, something changed around here that I can enter on the other side. Well, here's the thing. That switch is controlling the one room that's on this floor, floor 1 in particular. It doesn't control anything else in this room. And as a kid, I do not know why, what came upon me, I thought this push puzzle was impossible. I remember...
I technically don't see it as impossible.
Yeah, but as a kid, I don't know why,
yes.
this stumped me for 18 months plus. When the solution was clearly in front of me.
Yeah. Even I could have gauged that.
Now, as I said before, that switch is controlling that one room. So you can see the room is on the right side. Now the room is below. But similar to that previous room that rotates, there are some troll doors. Not all doors lead to that treasure. So it seems...
Well, the only way to get is on the top or the left.
So let's hit the switch not once. Actually, wait, can I hit the switch once? Yeah, I can hit it once. There we go. So it reveals it on that side. Surprise!
Yeah!
Lol. Is that the sound effect?
No, you'll probably need to look it up. The Hickey Bandit scream on
the deteriorated.
On Bomberman Generation.
Ah, I see. Now right here, you can see that the door, which we can see that the door that was being rotated is revealed now on the left side, so we can enter. Now we already got firepower, and if we look at our inventory, there really is not much that we have left to collect, or is there? Last time when we were in Planet Seka Seka, back at the Chrono Lab, we collected faster movement. Here, think of it as the red mail. We have even more defense.
Nice.
And this is mandatory because this makes every single attack in this game, bar one boss, do no more than 1 heart of damage.
Nice.
Da 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 da.
Now we're thinking it.
Right here, we have another case of, well, a room that seems useless at first. But if you recall back when I was talking about the switch, that room, if we hit the switch one more time, would reveal the room on the top. So it's kind of a cool mechanic, but a mechanic that I'll admit I struggled a lot playing this for like many times before. Also, do you see that cracked door?
Special passage.
Yep. And that reveals to us, whoops, that was close. Green potion.
Don't blow yourself up now.
I hopefully don't. Also, how to get out of there without getting spiked? Sometimes the traps are the friends we made along the way.
Nice.
Now let's continue on forward. And we have more of these pots and statue enemies. Uh-oh. Ooh! 4 for the price of 1.
Nice one.
Okay, another door that leads to that rotating room. And right here we have a fun puzzle to extend. Follow the green leaf.
Follow the makeshift path.
Yes. Right here we have another cracked door. With just an antidote.
I don't know if I've asked this, but could you carry more than one of those, or just one?
Unfortunately, only one. Hang on a moment.
That's a bummer. Are you gonna get them all at once?
Well, I wasn't. I wasn't really doing that. I was trying to see if I can make that Higehinde robot go in a loop, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
I was trying that, but it didn't really work out as well. Now these robots are smart because even if if you're not in the direct line, they will not attack you.
Nice.
I'm gonna ignore that coin. Two ways to do this: either move a bomb or throw a bomb.
You chose the smart one.
And right here, hit the switch. We can now gain access to where we started. If you know this from the map.
Yup.
So you can actually return back if you want to. Yeah, that's the same point you can trap these guys. We got trap. Now, here's the second blunder, although admittedly not as bad, although I feel as though that for someone who doesn't speak Japanese, this was probably probably was a fault. Right here in this room, it is a dead end. And in this room there are not one, not two, but three of these robots.
Nani?
Now you may think to yourself, what am I supposed to do here? I tried killing the robots, nothing. I tried hitting the switch as many times to reveal anything, nothing. I tried bombing this whole place, quite literally, nothing. So what are you supposed to do?
Isn't there supposed to be like some pushable thing around here?
No, none of these things are green. So what was the solution? Well, here's the thing. I tried looking back at every single dialogue from each of the people back in Forest Town, talking about the Sun Temple. And I really couldn't find anything. The only clue I could figure was the fact that this is the Sun Temple, and sun relates to light.
So the strobe bomb.
This took me, not kidding, almost 4 years.
That long?
And remember,
Lord.
I did not know that a guy was around, and I did not know how to speak Japanese. That was when I remember as a kid, when I finally found it for the first time, I used the light bomb out like funny times. I see a circus, I'm like, what? Was I irritated at the time? I wouldn't say I was irritated, I was more so shocked.
I'd be too.
And that was the last blunder slash thing that stopped me from finishing this game as a kid. Right here we have a switch that breaks that statue. And if we go down, you can see that we return back to the entrance of the Sun Temple. So we can actually go back directly anytime we want.
There's a block area.
Fun fact, this is also the only dungeon besides the final area.
You have those guys?
No, to have two big green potions.
I guess those guys still do damage to you.
Yep. Yeah, I should be fine. Right, we have a slight... This is actually a troll puzzle to extend. I could
Not
think of this...
necessarily.
I could think of this as the Ho-Oh Tower of Bomberman.
Oh yeah, I remember my bro and I having trouble with that stage.
And the idea was that anytime you went downstairs, you would go back to the start. This is the exact same, except in a troll fashion. If you go by any of the staircases, you reset the room. And start all the way again from the middle. So in this case, you're supposed to blow that leaf all around in order to hit the switch, let alone enter the next boss. Also, I'm just grabbing on my notes. Let me grab my notes real quick. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, by the way, I think this is the only thing I have yet to translate, and that is the Co-comm magazine. Because, get ready for our fourth boss. And as if Bomberman could not steal any other names any further, meet the Hammer Kong.
Hammer Kong.
Bomberman is at Co-comm comic number 4. Art Area 4 boss is a gorilla. I'm going to change to Hammer Kong. I'll swing you around and attack you. Look, if you line up with the boss for a while, you'll be attacked by a yo-yo. Hang on. A roll dash. Let's fight while shifting the line. Hang on. For every 2 bombs it rolls... Wait, for every 2 bombs it rolls down, bosses will scatter bombs. Huh? Okay. So, this guy is the Hammer Kong, and he has few attacks to note. That is the yo-yo he was talking about. And every time you use a bomb right in his vicinity, it's gonna fling it. So be careful of that. We also have these things that, well, swing in fashion. Oh, for every 2 hits it takes, it will scatter bombs all over the field. Look at that.
Yeah.
And those bombs are maximum power, so be careful of that. One other thing to note, he will always be jumping in sets of 2. He will never be in between of these things, these blockades along the way.
Battle reminds me of the first boss in Bomberman Generation, one of the Crush Bombers.
Oh, by the way, in this status, he also cannot be hurt. But besides that, he really is not that much of a problem if you know his attacks. I also like to point out that it's the very first time I ever defeated him with 6 hearts. And yes, I did just say 6. As you'll find out what I mean in a moment. Now, although we managed to get through the boss, apparently we're too late. Hi, Bagura.
Mujo!
That's Bagura. Mujo is the professor, right?
Mujo's the head honcho. The scientist, Bagura is the leader, Mujo is second in command.
So, this is Mujo?
That's technically Mujo.
Oh, I've been calling him Bagura this entire time. Oops. Oh well.
I recognize him because of the glasses.
Okay. Also, mighty, for you to arrive at such a place like this, I even used the time machine. I was about to steal the cannon, but I will instead be stealing this crystal. Because for now, I'll be making use of this. Hey, Mighty. Hey, Mighty, if this happens, go back to Gundai. Let's finish. It's time for me to finish what I started. Alright, Armjaw, activate. Well, he has escaped, and so shall we. Time to travel back into the real world, and into the final minigame of this game. This is Birdie. We have finally found Mujo's spaceship. Dodge boulders and robots and aim for Armaju's entrance. The jet batters will increase your score, but it doesn't matter if you don't want to take it seriously. I'll get back to you soon. Reach Armaju first. What Birdie said is true. We're supposed to avoid all the boulders and robots that go a long way. These jealous batters don't really do much. They just add to your score if you want to get a high score by any means possible. Here's the thing, if you fail this minigame, it's okay. You will just be teleported back to, if I'm not mistaken, Planet Leisure, aka Planet Nombiri. Just make sure you don't actually get hit any of these objects along the way.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing. An interesting note, Armajo is the final level in Generation as well.
Wow, I got the same score in my practice. Also, that's first try. Welcome to Battleship Armajo, right here.
Yep.
This is Birdie. It seems like you have made it to Armajo. We will reach Armajo in a bit. Until then, please do check out the battleship. I know you'll be alone, but I don't think you should fear to grab any treasures for yourself. And this is the part I'll admit, this is the only part I didn't understand. Because I won't let you go. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Bongo is heading there on my Cosmo Jetter. According to my research, Amocho's battleship is divided into 4 areas. Muchu has crossed the 4 areas. Bongo feels like they will all be familiar. Also, I'm sure you recognize this guy. Gangu?
Gangu?
That's a robot. Ice Bar, according to this info, don't bother to check it out. Besides, that's where the book is, Mighty. Now, that part I didn't really understand, although there is one way I can interpret what he said. And that is us returning back to planet Ancient Nomburi. And I actually have a legit reason for doing this. When he said book, the only thing I could think of is the fact that the final Co-comm magazine has finally put in stock in this store.
Nice.
This reveals the final boss, but come on, I'm not gonna tell you about the final boss till later, right?
Yeah. No spoilers here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to spoil anyone. Now, as much as we are nearing the end, and our Battleship Armageddon is our final location, I'm actually not gonna do it yet. Because there are lots of stuff that I purposely skipped on this playthrough to reveal next time. Because next time on Bomberman Jetta's the legendary Bomberman, I'll be revealing every single secret door that I skipped over back in Planet Nomburi. Because I have a feeling that they reveal a secret in this game that I did not know about until I looked up the internet. And yes, that's actually one of the few times I had to look up the internet for answers. I will also reveal the side quests that are involved to help us grab the final 3 base items to use in the Combiner. Because notice they has a blank? Well, I'll fill them soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching, but remember, the adrenaline rush is real. This is Lee Epinephrine121 signing out. I'll catch you guys in episode 20 of my Let's Play of Bomberman Jetta's The Legendary Bomberman. Peace!
Laters.